Hey yarn lovers! I want to give a review of Nuboo yarn today in this video. So this is as you see, sustainable stitching. This is a Lion brand yarn, and as you know, or maybe you don't know, but I'm about to tell you, I mainly work with warm weather friendly yarns. I mostly design garments, so cotton and bamboo and blends of the two are 90% of what I use. Very little acrylic going on around here and no wool in this climate. So I found this, and this is lyocell, which is a cellulose plant fiber, and it's got a really fun feel to it. So you see the shine. You may already be familiar with Nuboo. I've done a review on this and I've made several garments out of this, and with Nuboo, it's got a lovely drape. It's incredibly soft. It feels very silky, but it can be droopy if you don't use the right kind of stitch. And I've designed 2, maybe 3 things. I definitely have a third one in the works that use something that I call reinforced stitching, so that you still get the beautiful drape without all the droopiness. Now with Nuboo, that's not going to be an issue. I've been working with it for several days now. And let me show you what I've got here. This has a nice drape, but it's got a nice bounce back as well. So you're not going to be dealing with all of that droopiness, even with an open weave like this. And you can kind of see how bouncy it is, almost spongy. So I'm really enjoying it, and it is shiny and elegant looking, just like the Nuboo is. Now these, well, before I tell you the weight of the skeins, I want to give one little user maybe a warning. Something I'm finding with the natural fibers is the yarn can split a little bit easy, and I don't feel that anymore. I don't feel that that's a manufacturing issue. I think that's just the nature of the beast. So as long as you're aware of it, you can use the right kind of hook. You see the one here, this has a rounded tip, but if you have something like a furls crochet hook, those are lovely to work with, and for certain stitches it's great to have that really sharp pointy stitch, but that's just going to drive you crazy working with a yarn like this. I have had to go back and pull out a couple of times when the yarn split on me, so just be aware of that when you're working with it. So compared to Nuboo, if you know the two, Nuboo is 3.5 ounces, 241 yards, and Nuboo is smaller, so it's 3 ounces and 157 yards. And when I calculated what I needed for what I'm making, this is a substantial garment, I'm going to need a few more balls. So yeah, just be aware of that. That's kind of an odd amount for a ball of yarn, but since it's kind of thick, it's classified as a 4, a medium weight, whereas Nuboo is a 3. Yeah, they definitely look different when you see them. You know, sometimes some yarns are a thick 4 or a thin 4, a thick 3, thin 3. See them together. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I don't know that it would be good for anything other than garments. I can't imagine a blanket out of this, or maybe something around the house, like a washcloth, dishcloth kind of thing. I feel like this would hold a lot of water, but I haven't washed it yet, so I can't speak to that at this time. But really, I would just use it for garments, warm weather garments. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can see the announcement when my pattern is available for this, or if you just want to keep up with all the fun things I'm making. And I'd like to see what you're making too. It's such a nice community. Okay, so those are my thoughts on this yarn. Okay, I'm back. I had to update this video because I blocked this piece and it changed dramatically. As you can see in the pictures before and after, the yarn is still shiny. It is still bouncy and springy, however, the stitches opened up quite a bit and the sizing changed dramatically. So I would note that if you're making something with this, if it seems like it's the right size at first, just know it's going to grow I would say about 30%. It dried overnight like natural fibers do. It soaked up water like a sponge because it is cellulose, and of course that's what our kitchen sponges are made from. But it maintained the shine and the bounce and the drape, so it still looks very elegant. I love this yarn.